Hello traders and welcome back to my channel, Mind the Chart Trading Vlog. As I promised in my last video, I wanted to talk about a strategy that I've been using for the last 2 years. And this strategy is so powerful, is so profitable for me that I wanted to share with you this strategy. But before we entering in the depth of the strategy itself, I want to share some points which are the requirements of the strategy. So the first point of the strategy, first point, is this strategy is suitable for traders that are not in rush. Not in rush. So if you have this urge of trading, this strategy is not for you. So not for day traders. This strategy is not for day traders. Alright? If you are a day trader, this strategy is not for you because there is no other way to use this strategy in the day trading. I have another strategy I show you in my previous video. Go watch that video. If you want to day trade, use that strategy, but not use this strategy because this strategy is not for day trading. The strategy is for long term. When I talk about long term, I'm not specifying the amount of time you need to fulfill the strategy. It could be 1 month, it could be 4 months, it could be 3 years. So there is no a timeline for this strategy. But this strategy is profitable. In this strategy, I don't use stop loss. No stop loss. Because I'm investing. So no stop loss whatsoever. There is possibility to use stop loss? Yes. But I don't use it. So if you want to use stop loss with this strategy, you have to come up with something different and figure it out yourself, because I don't use stop loss with this strategy, right? Yeah, it could be possible to use stop loss. To me, it's not the way I will go through this strategy. First and foremost, if you want to invest, you have to understand what you're doing. So understand what you're doing. Why I'm saying this? Because if you want to invest in something, you have to understand why you're investing in something. So I used this strategy multiple times this year. This strategy works. If you want to invest in something, you gotta be sure you know the fundamentals. Alright, because it's important. It's really important. If you are investing, for instance, in Bitcoin, you want to invest in Bitcoin, you have to know yourself why you're investing in Bitcoin, because psychology is important in this strategy, because you're gonna hold for a long time. It might be, you know. And if you're investing in something that you don't believe it, or in something you're not sure, you know, this strategy is going to be complicated for you. I use this strategy in Bitcoin. I use this strategy with Tesla. I use this strategy with the S&P 500. I use this strategy with Cron. I use this strategy with the ACB in the marijuana sector. I use this strategy a lot, but I always believed in this project. I always believed in what I'm investing. I not use this strategy with INSEE. I'm not using this strategy with INSEE because there is no sense for me, because it's a bankrupt company, you know. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm not sure using this strategy with INSEE, for instance. But I use this strategy with Ripple and Litecoin and Ethereum because I believe in the project. So now I'm using this strategy with Algorand because I'm in a staking program and I believe in the project. So this is the introduction about this strategy, right? Other thing important, there is no stop loss here. And if you watch my previous video, you will understand that if you're not using stop loss, there is a high risk exposure. So what you want to do here is use a capital that you are willing to put in stake. You know, you have to understand that if you put $10,000 with this strategy, it's going to hold 5 months or 3 months or 2 years. You're pretty sure that you don't have to touch this money anymore. All right? Once you enter the strategy, the money is going to stay there until you hit the target. Otherwise, there is no sense on using this strategy. All right? This strategy is not for daily satisfaction. This strategy is not for making money fast or become rich overnight. This strategy works and works fine as an investor. So it's the best strategies out there I ever tried, and I came up with this strategy after years and years and years of understanding how trading works. So this is the introduction. Once you have all these points, you're ready, and I am ready to show you the strategy. So I will start with Bitcoin. All right, as you can see, I have no indicators here because I'm going to use just one indicator that is not on the chart right now, but it will be soon. It's just the RSI. So this strategy is a mechanical strategy. Purpose of this strategy is to do something right with a good sense that you can replicate over the years. So there is consistency in this strategy, and there is patience in this strategy. And why we want to use this strategy? Because we want to trade for make money, not to lose money. All right. So I'm gonna make you an example, which is the same example I made last time in the last video. So, but in this time, it's in the purpose of the strategy itself. Bitcoin here, we can go back here in November when Bitcoin was 6,260, and it was about to break down the last swing low and go down to 3,000 whatever. So once you were here, you could not predict which movement Bitcoin will have taken. So I'm not trying to predict the market, but I'm acting accordingly. So Bitcoin broke this line here and it went straight to 3,188. The goal of this strategy is we don't want to look at the chart. The beautiful thing of this strategy is once it's all set, the strategy is going to work for you, and you don't have to look at the chart every single day. We don't need to do that. We are investing money to make money, not to get stressed and to explode, you know. Another thing, this strategy is not working for short. Why? Because we don't have stop loss and we don't want to get liquidated. So, I mean, you can, but it's quite risky. I wouldn't use this strategy shorting, but it could work as well. So what about the strategy here? What is the first point of this strategy? You want to go to indicators and look for pivot points standards. I already have here my pivot point standard. Pivot point standard. So if you don't know what the pivot point standards are, well, it's quite simple. Pivot points that moves accordingly with the price action, and this strategy is going to go with the daily chart. Always the daily chart. We don't need the 4 hours, we need 1 hour, we don't need any of that. Daily chart. So as you can see, we have a pivot point. Let me zoom in so you can see perfectly. This P here is the pivot point, and below we have 5 supports and 5 resistance. And a time length of every pivot here is 1 month on the daily chart. So you can see here we started February, 2nd of February, and we finished at the 1st of March. So this is 1 month every time, and every month the pivot point is going to move accordingly with the price and volatility of the market. There is some kind of a math behind that, but I'm not want to go in depth with the math. I just want you to be focused on the simplicity of this strategy and the efficiency of the strategy. How about the setup of this strategy? So if I want to invest 10K, I take 10K as an example because it's a round number. 10K, all right? We have 10K and say, I want to invest in Bitcoin 10K. You're not in a rush, you want to make an investment. How do I do that? My strategy works in this way. You have 5 entries. Every pivot point is an entry. So once you spot your point, which is the support one, so your point of entry will be the support one, I highly suggest you to enter the support one all together with the RSI 30. So you have a kind of a temporary bottom. Alright? I know the RSI can cool off. I know the RSI is a lagging indicator. But on the daily, it's more precise than the other time frames. So it can give you a temporary bottom. Alright? So if you, in conjunction with the support one, you will spot the first entry. I know you can make more precise technical analysis and say, well, I want to wait if the triangle breaks down, I'm gonna wait the next support. Yeah, but I just want to stay flat. I just want to stay stress-free. I don't mind technical analysis at the moment. I don't mind making trend lines and whatever. I just want to jump on the chart. Suppose you have a 9 to 5 job, you don't have time to watch the chart. You want to keep it simple to the most. So you jump here and say, I want to enter the first entry on the support one accordingly with the RSI 30. So this should have been your first entry. So as long as the month keeps staying like that, because every month the pivot points move. So you put your orders here and you say, all right, I enter the first entry support one. I'm going to enter the second entry in the support here, 2. Support 3, order. Support 4, order. Support 5, order. And you have all your strategies set up. So you're going to put 2K here, 2K here, 2, 2, and 2. Alright? Every line is 2K right now. Alright? So if we enter a trade here and you have your order set and the price goes down and it's just 1 or 2 of your order, you're not going to scale down if the price crosses the pivot point. So you're going to stay in the trade with this 4K, all right? You're not going to put more money because every month the pivot point is going to move down or up accordingly. So in this case, you enter 2Ks here. Price drop, it's your first entry. You got 2K at 5,800, pretty much 5,800. You got the second entry here at 5,246. So you got your average right here, all right? If the price goes up, you have 4K invested in Bitcoin, and you just wait the target. Then I'm going to show you how to set a target. But right now, be focused on the strategy. You're not going to put more money, all right? Because if the price don't hit the target and it's going to go down, you want to invest more money if it's crossed this level. So in the next support, you don't want to put more money if it stays above, because the strategy is not to put more money in the upward, but it's to put more money in the downward. Okay? So, but let's stick to this chart right now. Bitcoin. So we got 4 entries. So 8K so far. 8K so far from November to December the 15th. We got 4 entries. We got 8Ks with an average around 4,700. So I'm going to delete everything here. So we have 2K left, but we're not going to use this 2K left. And we have 4,700 average. So we have right now $8,000 here. Once the price goes up and we hit the target, I'm going to show you how you set the target. How did I set my target? It's easy. I use the Fibonacci levels. I'm going to put right over here where I entered the trade, which is the temporary bottom. And I got the 0.5 will be my target, all right, around this point. And we made roughly 170%. So it's $14,000 profit with 8K, all right? So this is how I made with Bitcoin. And you can use this strategy, again and again and again with all the markets. So, for instance, right now, let's say fresh. My first entry on Bitcoin has been here because we hit with the RSI 30 support 1. But we enter the next month now, and my next target, my next order will be here, and the other order will be here, and another order here, and the other here. So I have 5 orders, and I'm all set with my orders, and I have to do nothing, just wait for the price. I got already entered with the first entry, which doesn't matter if it's up to you. If you have $1 million, it could be 100,000 K, it could be $500, it could be $10,000 every entry. It's up to you. It's up your risk management. It's not up to me. But if Bitcoin goes up right now, I'm more than happy to take just this entry and make my profit on my target, which is right now with my Fibonacci level is going to be around here, $2,000. I just want Bitcoin to cross this point, and I think it can change the trend. So I'm going to wait a change of trend right here, and I'm going to wait Bitcoin to break this level, and I'm going to sell here on my Fibonacci. So I'm more than happy with that, because Bitcoins need a lower high in comparison to this point on the weekly time frame. So I know we're going to make a lower high, and I'm going to sell with the Fibonacci right here, right on the 0.5. I know Bitcoin is going to go back to this level. If it doesn't, because I'm not predicting the market, if you keep dropping down, I'm going to scale down. I have entries until this point, 1,900. So if I manage to have my average around 4,000, I'm more than happy to hold for 5 months and make my 40 and 70% again. So this is my whole strategy. This is the concept. You have to do nothing more, because in trading, the more you do, the more you lose. You have to be smart on your game, and this works for every market. I can show you with Ripple the same strategy, same thing over and over again. I made the same strategy with Ripple, and it worked perfectly fine. I entered here the first entry with the support 1. I entered here with the support 2. I entered here with support 3, and now I entered here with support 4, and I got another entry, support 5. My average now is 0.26, and I'm up now. Now I'm up 7% on Ripple, and all this in just 4 months. And once you keep your pace, it's always making money. It's like that. As long as you invest what you can actually willing to lose or put your stake, you can use this strategy all along. Matic as well. Algorand now. I entered the first entry here, 0.69. I get my second entry here because it's my support in this month, 0.26. I get my average 0.40, which is super fine for me. I got more entries. I still got 3 entries on Algorand, and I can wait to reach my Fibonacci target, which is around 130. I used the strategy in December as well with Cron. I used the strategy with the S&P 500 back here in December when I hit all the 5 supports, and I got my beautiful average run queue 248, and I run this thing with the trading stop loss so that I hit my target. And you can make a lot of money with this strategy if you have patience. If you're not in a rush, you don't want to day trade with this strategy. You don't want to do anything like that. You have the strategy now. You can play with this. You can make some twist. You can add moving average. You can have whatever you want in your chart. But the principle is keep it simple, let it run, and make money. Especially if you don't have a lot of money to start with. You want to take big long run. You want to take blue sky breakouts. You want to take everything that makes you increase your account. You don't want to day trade for 2 or 3%. So thank you for watching. I hope you like the strategy, and let me know in the comment section if you wanted to know more about this strategy. And if you made this far, please subscribe to my channel, because I have more content for you and I'm ready to show you everything I know. On to the next one.